How did you end up in NXT after being on the indie scene for as long as you were?
Not
that you spent a long time on the indie scene. I'm just saying.
Years. Yeah. I got noticed out in. I did a show for this company called EWF, which is somewhere in Southern California. I forgot exactly where. And I wanted to. What was her name? Her name was Mischief. I remember I just wanted to wrestle her. It was a match with her. And I had hyperextended my knee and I almost didn't do that show. But I was like, I really want to work with Mischief. So I went and did this show and somebody, Marty Elias, he was at the show and he just pulled me aside and was like, hey, have you ever thought about, sending stuff in, blah, blah, blah. And I thought he meant to he said to Funaki. And I thought he meant to go to Japan or go to Mexico or something. So I sent him my stuff. Funaki sends my stuff to wherever, not knowing that he works with WWE. And then a week later, I get called. And I'm like, what the? I didn't know what I was doing. And then I got invited to a tryout here in LA. And it was a 3-day tryout and a very long wait for a call back. And I got hired.
Tell me about the tryout. What did it consist of?
It was crazy. It was a lot of, I was the only female wrestler there. And there was 6 other girls there that were track stars. And there's a stunt woman and all kinds of different stuff. And it was just in a big warehouse in LA with a ring. And it was Bill DeMott and William Regal and Jim Ross. Everybody was there. And it was just a lot of drills. They just killed us and ran the ropes for 3 minutes at a time and all kinds of grape squishers, which was the worst. And then the last day,
explain that to the people.
Grape squishers is when you're just standing into the
hold on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, hold on the turnbuckle and get high knees for 3 minutes, and then they made you run the ropes for 3 minutes, and your legs are jello, and you're crisscrossing with the other person. So if they're tired or they're going too fast, you kind of have to time yourself with them. And it was a bigger ring, which I trained in. I think mine was 16 by 16, and then this ring's 20 by 20. So that was a little hard to adjust to right away. But then we had the matches on the last day, and everybody was having matches except the girls because they weren't trained. And they were I think it was Bill DeMott told me, can you just put this girl through what we learned this week? And they just learned lockups and roll-offs and forward rolls, a schoolboy. So I kind of put this little drill together, ran it with one of the girls, and then he said, so-and-so, get in. And he said, do it again with her. So I had to call it to her. Then he sent every single girl in, and I just called it to her, this little a minute and a half drill. And I think that's really what kind of got me my job, because I was able to lead these girls who did it for 2 days in these little drills and kind of make it look like a match,
right? And
help them out through it and everything. I wanted them to look good as well because I knew it would make me look good. And then I cried during my promo, which was really bad, and that was it.
What do you mean you cried during your promo? Why'd you cry?
Because first of all, I suck at promos. Well, I was even worse back then. I was just
first
terrible.
of all, you don't suck at promos.
Okay, well, thank you.
Let's talk about back then.
Okay, back then I was really bad at promos.
No confidence.
No confidence. I didn't even know what to talk about, and I was so nervous. No.
Okay.
I was just this chick wrestling. I had no character or gimmick or anything.
Is this pre-Davina Rose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is, who I was. Davina Rose was just a wrestler.
Oh, just a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really do anything special or anything that stood out or anything. But I cried, and then they put me in this other one that was with some guy, and I forgot what we had to act like. He was my boyfriend, but I was had a crush on John Cena. So it was improv stuff, which that stuff was fun. So maybe they saw a little bit of personality there, but I was so nervous.
Was the crying out of anguish, or did you incorporate that into the promo?
No, it was just, if I remember it correctly, I think I was kind of just explaining who I was, not really like a wrestling promo, but just, I started this and this, I love wrestling and blah, blah, blah. So kind of just telling my story. But usually when I talk about wrestling, I get really emotional. So mixed with nerves and cameras and people staring at me, I just broke down. And yeah, it was terrible.
So you were able to lead those women through some drills, kind of a little bit like a match.
Yeah.
So how are you in the ring? Would you consider yourself a ring general?
I like to think so. A lot of, it depends who you're in there with too. At this point, for sure, with a lot of the girls who started after me, and a lot of the girls don't come from the independents nowadays, so you kind of have to, I learned that in NXT, you kind of have to lead most of the girls through, except obviously Sasha and I can talk in there forever, and like sometimes a lot of the times I have to just follow her lead because she thinks really fast, and like most of the time we work together, she was the heel, which was kind of like she's more in control for all that. But I like leading. It's fun. That's something that I actually miss being in NXT, is helping people and having them rely on me and having good matches and like being able to learn from me and stuff. Or being able to teach. I kind of miss those little matches.
Where are you more comfortable, or where are you the most comfortable in the ring, leading or following? And if you're following, you have someone really, really good like Sasha leading.
Yeah, I prefer leading because I don't know.
But with Sasha, it almost seems like you guys can read each other's minds.
Yeah.
Because the chemistry that y'all have is so unbelievable. It's like you're always on the same page, thinking the same thing that the other one's thinking. And obviously a call here or there, but done extremely well.
Yeah. She's probably like the only person I can do that with. And even if I'm not, say I'm in the ring with a Becky or Charlotte or whatever, even if I'm not calling things, I'm usually just talking. Even I'm not saying, go here or do this, let's do this. I'm just speaking what I'm thinking so that we know we're both on the same page. Even if they don't say anything back, I just talk the whole time because it's easier for me, I guess. I'm just used to it now.